as the Boston Celtics get ready for their impactful game versus the Philadelphia 76ers. An injury report scare could be trouble for the Celtics as two superstars are awaiting that injury report. We'll discuss how likely they are to play tonight and how severe their injuries are. We'll also be looking at Sam Hauser being him on the bench unit, and also be looking at how there will be no reunion with Daniel Theis and the Boston Celtics as he's officially been bought out and will be signing with another team. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz, but before we get into any Boston Celtics news, I would like to say thank you to everyone that's hit that subscribe button. But if you guys want to make sure you guys stay tuned on everything Boston Celtics, videos on rumors, trades, signings, game updates, all that stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we'll be posting Boston Celtics content almost daily for you guys. We'll have a post-game live stream tonight breaking down the 76ers and Boston Celtics matchup. So if you guys have any questions about the game or the team and want to join, make sure to join that live stream and we'll be having a great time tonight. But let's get into the news at hand today in today's video. So make sure you guys grab a snack, get ready to go, as this is going to be a jam-packed episode. First, we'll be looking at how the Celtics have injuries incoming. And this is very sad for the Boston Celtics, as luckily this season we haven't had a lot of injuries to deal with as a team. But unfortunately for this game versus 76ers, it looks a little bit questionable. As we can see, Jaylen Brown has an illness, non-COVID, and will be questionable for tonight's game. Kristaps Porzingis had a right knee contusion and is questionable for tonight's game. And as always, neemias managing that right foot injury is still questionable for tonight's game. As many of you guys know, if you've been paying attention to this Celtics team, neemias has been on the injury report since the beginning of the season. That's not really an issue. Jaylen Brown, though, just recently went on to the injury report with a non-COVID illness. Hopefully he's able to play for the Celtics, but if he is not, it should be a tough matchup for the Celtics if they do not have Jaylen Brown. And if Kristaps Porzingis also doesn't play, it will be scary. Kristaps Porzingis yesterday came out with a right knee contusion. A lot of fans were worried about it, but we have a tweet from Jay King saying that Kristaps Porzingis said his knee is nothing too serious. He got the injury on a collision with Julius Randle during one of Julius Randle's drives in the fourth quarter, and he said that he won't know his status for tonight's game until it gets closer to game time. Obviously, we want to see Kristaps Porzingis be healthy for the Celtics team, and as we saw in the offseason when he had an injury with the FIBA World Cup and he had the option to play in the FIBA World Cup with Latvia or to rest up, he chose to rest up and stay up for this season, and it's helped out the Boston Celtics tremendously. I would ultimately expect Kristaps Porzingis to rest up for tonight's game and not play, as he wants to make sure that he can stay healthy for this team for the long run and be an impactful star for this team. But if he is ready to go, I would not be shocked to see him give it his all and try his best for the Celtics. Ultimately, I wish the best for Kristaps Porzingis and Jaylen Brown. If they need to take the night off tonight, take the night off versus the 76ers. It is a tough matchup. It will be a hard loss to receive, but then the Celtics will look better in the long run. We do not want to see one of these guys get injured off a nonsense injury. But let's look at Kristaps Porzingis' stats to show you how impactful he's been for the Boston Celtics so far this season. Kristaps Porzingis in his 10 games is averaging almost 20 points, 19.7, 6.2 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. He's also shooting roughly around 57% from the field, 56.5%, shooting around 41% from three, shooting 40.8%, and shooting around 84% from the free throw, which is great shooting numbers for this all-time big. The Boston Celtics are truly happy to have Kristaps Porzingis, and as I mentioned in my video yesterday, Kristaps Porzingis doesn't mind being the third or fourth option for this Celtics team. He understands his role and wants to be just an impactful piece for this Celtics core, and he's been that so far this season. Hopefully he can stay healthy. If he sits out tonight, then he can rest up and be ready for these next couple games ahead for the Celtics. But let's look at some more news revolving around the Boston Celtics, looking at how Sam Hauser is him. And Sam Hauser has been dominating this Boston Celtics bench. And I've eaten my words. I was hating on Sam Hauser in the preseason, and I changed everything that I was saying. Sam Hauser this month has proven me that he is being one of the best Celtics on this bench core and can be an impactful piece for this team in the future. If we look at this tweet from Taylor Snow here, Sam Hauser is shooting roughly around 48% from three, 47.5% from three on 59 attempts, and that's the highest percentage in the NBA among the 50 players who have attempted at least that many shots. Second place is Stephen Curry with a solid 44.6%. So Sam Hauser is out here balling for the Boston Celtics, and even though he had a rough start to the season hitting his threes, in the last couple games he has been money for this Celtics bench core and is ultimately kind of bringing up his value a bit on the Celtics team and kind of insulated himself as one of the better players on this bench. He's definitely going to be an impactful role piece for this Celtics team as the season goes on, and I desperately expect him to be getting better and better every single game. I don't think that we'll see a lot of slumps like some of these fans think Sam Hauser is going to have. I think he is going to be locked in, ready to go, and he is going to be shooting lights out for this Celtics team come out the regular season and into the playoffs. And I hope that you guys agree with me in Sam Hauser and believing him. I'm truly buying into the Sam Hauser experience for the Boston Celtics. But let's look at some more news, looking at the Celtics with no Daniel Theis reunion in Boston. I know the comments were flooded with bringing Daniel Theis back to Boston after that Indiana Pacers game with his interview with Brian Robb. All the Celtics fans love Daniel Theis. He brought great enthusiasm and energy to the Celtics team, and he had a great FIBA World Cup with Germany this summer to prove himself that he still deserves valuable minutes in the NBA. Unfortunately for the Boston Celtics, though, they will not be getting Daniel Theis, as we see from this quote, as this tweet from Shams Charania. Daniel Theis and the Indiana Pacers are in serious talks on a contract buyout, which would clear the way for the veteran big man to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers, pending a physical exam. The Clippers' front court depth could be arriving soon, and this makes sense for Daniel Theis. Obviously, with the Boston Celtics, our backup big is Luke Kornet would have to cut him or trade him to bring in Daniel Theis, and with neemias trying to get back from his injury, we also have Oshae Brissett and Lamar Stevens. The front court looks solid for the Boston Celtics. Barring any move or free agent signing, they seem to be locked in with their core. Unfortunately, for Daniel Theis, he gets to go to a team in the Clippers. Fortunately, gets to go to a team in the Clippers who have Mason Plumlee, who just got injured, and only have one center in Ivica Zubac. He will get a lot of playing time for the Los Angeles Clippers and will be an impactful piece for them as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that the Celtics should go after Daniel Theis, or do you guys think they should go after someone different? Personally, a big man that I think that the Boston Celtics should get is Andre Drummond. As we've seen with the Chicago Bulls rumors with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, if they decide to do a fire sale with their team, I think Andre Drummond would be a serviceable backup big for this Boston Celtics team. I think he brings what the Celtics need in a center. I think the Celtics need a defensive center who's going to rim block, shot block, and rim protect for this team. A guy like Luke Kornet isn't really that effective at doing that, and a guy like Daniel Theis also isn't, as he's a very, very trouble fanatic, as he gets a lot of fouls for him, and he also has a lot of trouble rebounding. I think that that's what the Celtics desperately need, and I don't think that Daniel Theis brings that. But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys like the Celtics to bring in Andre Drummond? Would you guys like them to go after Daniel Theis, or who is the guy that you think the Celtics should bring in to help out with this core? As always, if you guys are still not subscribing, you guys are at this point in the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we know you enjoy this Celtics content. I'm Bruce Veliz. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day.